Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is PanzerSG here and welcome to Hawken. This game's currently in open beta right now. I'll be putting the link in the description so you guys can check it out as well. So what is Hawken? Hawken it's a mech fighting game. At its heart it's basically a first-person shooter, but you're in a big stompy robot. Okay, the mechs aren't exactly as big as the ones you might be familiar in Mech Warrior, but the gameplay is a lot faster. Definitely a lot faster than what you might see in Mech Warrior. I'm talking about launching and dying within the same minute. And yes, there is infinite respawns in Deathmatch, so don't worry about that. Okay, so first things first, I'm just gonna open up the settings so that you guys know, if you want to tweak anything, what's available here. Okay, you've got full resolutions, you've got full screen options down here, VSync, windowed options as well, and you've got a whole bunch of things you can change down here. There is no FOV slider. Okay, if you're following Total Biscuit, you always know that he's always talking about FOV sliders. Well, there isn't one here, not that I can tell. And wait, hang on, here, it's over here. Okay, so it's in the game options over here, so you can change your field of view. Default is here at 70. You can change it as much as you want. Also, if you do get a little bit of motion sickness, there is a lot of camera shake, so you might want to turn this to its minimum setting. You can't turn it off entirely, but it's good here. And also it has Oculus Rift support that you might have heard of as well. Down here there's different options, so if you have a dev kit you can try it out with Hawken. A few other things down here, I'll let you guys have a look at that another time. Just notice this option down here. Let's make it green, why not? I have no idea what it does. Okay, so let's have a look at the mechs. Now, this game is free to play, so there is some progression system, a couple of different, there's a business model which I'll get onto later. At the moment I'm going to look at all the mechs. So I'm here at level 11, so what you do start off with is this CRT recruit. It'll look something like this. In fact, maybe I'll reset it so you'll kind of... Okay, so it looks something like this. Okay, this is the jump jet. Okay, you can even change that. A lot of this cosmetic stuff costs money, as it the meteor credits, which is bought for real money. But you do get some of them given to you as a reward for leveling up and stuff like that. So don't worry too much about that. You can play this game entirely for free. You do not need to buy anything. Okay, so each mech itself, you'll start off with this recruit down here as a level 1 pilot, and at level 3 you'll get the Rocketeer unlocked. Okay, when you unlock a new mech, it is actually given to you straight away. It's not unlocked for you to buy, it's given to you, so it'll be there in your garage. Aside from that, every time you level up a particular mech, you will unlock another mech as well. So you can see there is a progression tree here. From the recruit you get the Vanguard and the Assault. Okay, each mech itself has 5 levels. See, there's levels 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But basically, yeah, there's 5. Once you reach the maximum rank, which is this gold right here, the mech becomes maxed out. So that's similar to what you might, if you played World of Tanks, you'll remember this as elite for a tank. So it is similar to that. Any XP you gain on this mech will then be locked to the mech until you convert it to Universal XP, which you can use. I believe XP transfer, yep, it does cost Meteor credits, so this is not a free service. Okay, you can transfer Universal XP to become Mech XP, but it doesn't, you know, you need to pay to convert any of it. Okay, so let's get back to it. As you level up, you'll see that these different tiers give you cosmetic items. It also gives you tuning points and a few different upgrades that you can purchase as well. Tuning points, basically what it does is it allows you to spec your mech out with different, you know, little mini upgrades, and that gives you an idea of a little bit of customization, if you will. You know, you get to change things slightly to your particular preference. So if you want more armor, you can put all your points into armor, or if you want your weapons to shoot faster, you can spec that out. And as you level up, you unlock maximum levels for these things as well. So I believe you can get at least to about here on almost all of them. I'm not really too sure about that, I haven't tried it yet. Okay, you also have items that you can buy, like these. This is basically a grenade. This is like a little rocket. And a few other things like turrets, radar stuff, repairs, even holograms, which could, you know, like be like a decoy. So there's a few items down there. The mech itself only has a maximum of 2 weapons at a time. That's on its left and right arms. So you have a primary weapon, which is on the left, and you have a secondary weapon, which is on the right. So the secondary weapon typically is something that's a little more powerful, or in some cases, like the technician, it's actually a repair. So, you know, something a little different, you know. Again, each of these mechs, all of the mechs have different personality. You know, you gotta learn how to play it. They have a particular playstyle that they're good at, and there's a particular playstyle that you might be good at with them. So it's good to just try them out anyway. The starter mech, the recruit, is actually pretty good. It comes with this assault rifle, which doesn't do a lot of damage, but you know, at lower tiers it means enough damage. Basically what the primary weapon for this seems to be is to get the couple of shots in as a sort of a suppression mechanic, and then hit it with the tow rockets to actually deal the damage, because the assault rifle doesn't do a lot of damage. I mean, you compare it, it ranks pretty low compared to the, you know, the rockets. So this is not gonna be, you know, the main weapon that you're gonna try and take enemies down with. And another thing you want to pay attention to is effective range. So because I tend to be really close, I actually unlocked the prestige weapon as soon as I could, which is the Vulcan, and it's got a really high rate of fire and really high damage per shot. But the thing is, the accuracy, the spreads out really fast. So you want to be very close to your enemies when you're shooting at them. But it does enough damage to be noticeable, because I found that the assault rifle was a little bit too weak. So yeah, that's for the recruit. Berserker, this is more of an in-your-face type of mech. Like, it's faster. These light mechs are a lot faster, and they're a lot more maneuverable. And then these are the heavy mechs, which have a lot of armor, but you know, they're really slow. And then there's ranged mechs, which can take a lot of hits, but they're more, and they have zoom sights as well. Like, not all of them can zoom in, so it has the ability to do that, so you can actually attack from range and everything. And then the technician seems to be the only real support mech right now. It only has one weapon and a repair gun, so so it doesn't really, have anything to compare it to. It's kind of on its own. Okay, so I'll probably try and show you a bit of gameplay as well. Oh, before I forget, you can also spec your mech out with particular equipment, which does different things, like, converts damage into fuel, all this stuff does different things, and you can hold up to 6 slots total, but each of these, they take particular amounts, like, of space. And you can customize the look of your mech. You can even change the whole mech if you wanted to. Like, I could change this torso to be something completely different. Why not? And all of that, as you can see, is meteor credits. Okay, so that's the real money currency. Okay, gameplay wise, you've got a few different modes down here. You've got Deathmatch, which is really, no holds barred, everyone's your enemy kind of thing. Team Deathmatch, and then these two modes is more of a team objective mode. So you've got Siege, which is you kind of have to launch a ship to attack the enemy base, and then you gotta control an AA on the map. So the objective changes very, very fast. Missile Assault is a bit like Conquest mode, where you've got 3 missile silos and you just kind of have to control those, and they'll gradually damage the enemy base. So that's a bit more like Conquest. If you've played Battlefield and all that, you'll be familiar with that kind of mode. Oh, and there's no localized servers. It's all unified in one client, so wherever you are, you can connect to the nearest one to you. So it's Asia, there's Oceania, UK, and US. Unfortunately, from what I can see, Oceania to Asia is not very popular. Like, there's one person, one level 30 guy, although maybe because he's level 30, he's there by himself. But either way, yeah, these US has a lot of servers and UK has a lot of servers. So, and you can sort by average pilot level, so you can find someone that's closest to your level. But remember, these are averages out of 12, so there might be one person in there that's 15 and everyone else is level 9. It's still, it's not going to show you an accurate number. But, it's just good that you can be able to find all the different servers. So if you have friends that play from different countries, you can find them and join them on any server. Yeah. So without further ado, let's move on to the game. And we're back. And yes, I have managed to find a game. It's a team deathmatch game on Last Eco, which is a little bit of a jungle map. Okay, so this is the lobby. You can choose whichever mech you want to start off with, and you come back to this lobby every time you die. So if you find the mech that you're using isn't suited to the situation, you can always change. You can't swap out internals and items down here, but you can swap your primary weapon and buy consumables. So, wait, you can't buy them, but you can activate them here. Okay, so let's launch. Yeah, the textures do load in every time you launch, so if you experience a little bit of lag, that's why. Okay, so I'm in the CRT recruit. Little mech emote. And okay, you can see the radar. I've actually spotted enemies. Here we go. However, I am lagging a little bit, so if I'm not playing so well, that's why. Blame the lag. Always blame the lag. And I've overheated my guns. That's one thing is that you gotta watch out for is heat. Just like in Mech Warrior, you can overheat. You don't shut down the mech, but you do lose your ability to shoot. with often fatal consequences, so be aware of that. It's easy enough to monitor though, because it does show you the heat levels right there on your crosshair, so yeah, it's kind of hard to miss. Now this is actually a low level match, like I mean really low levels. So, oh, your armor doesn't regenerate. You do have to actually stop and activate a repair function, which as you saw there, that guy is doing. That's actually a repair. Or you can go over these little yellow orbs, which will give you some of your armor back. But those actually are only really created when a mech is destroyed, so you won't see it on all the time, but it's there. Okay, so one thing you don't want to do is get caught out like this, where, you know, you're by yourself. And these are 2 light mechs, so they'll eat me for breakfast. That's actually a technician that attacked me, so technician and a berserker is not something you want to really go up against. Yeah, it's not really easy to try to commentate and play at the same time, but I will try. I am trying. Given that it's a low tier match, you would expect you know, people to be quite easily lost, and yeah, you're right. It is exactly like that. Guys are just sort of all over the place, you know, there's no real. But so long as we're in the same place, you know, we got a chance. Field of view wise, actually, I was just thinking about it. It's if you have motion sickness from low FOV issues, it's probably going to be made worse by the fact that the cockpit is in the way. And yeah, it kind of makes it look like the FOV is even smaller. So just be aware of that. If you do suffer from that kind of issue, make sure you set up your FOV right before you actually play. There is an offline training mode against bots, so if you ever need to change settings and test it out, that's probably the best place to do it. Don't queue up for online matches trying to change your FOV. You're gonna have a really bad time. That, and the last time I checked, you know, telling people that you're having issues with your computer and doesn't really gain any sympathy online, so don't, you know, expect anything. Hawken is kind of no different in that respect. So, what else is there to say about this? There is sort of destructible environments. There's like little props that you can knock over and stuff, and there's full physics. The only thing is, yeah, like you can't destroy like an actual building, which is a little disappointing, but you know, can't have everything. Yeah, all of the mechs have these little boost functions with little rocket engines on their back, and give a quick repair. You really don't want to do this anywhere near the battlefield you're repairing. And what that does is, it allows you to sprint a certain distance. And it also allows you to quickly sidestep. So if you do see like an incoming like if somebody fires a rocket towards you or any other slow moving projectile, he can quickly jump off to the side and dodge it. And some of the mechs actually benefit from something like that, like the light mechs definitely, because they don't have the armor to take too many hits, so dodging is probably a really good idea. But aside from them, aside from that, also some of the internal components that you can equip, they actually give you like armor boosts if you're dodging or boosting while, you know, and you get hit. It gives you a damage reduction. Other things like some of the mechs also get special bonuses with different equipment as well if you like dodge a hit. So it might be either I'm lagging or he got the better of me, so no idea. Anyway, that's all I really have to say. It's a good game. Go and check it out for yourselves. The link is in the description below. It's free to play, so if you like mechs or you like shooting games, definitely go and check this one out. It's got a good progression system, and if they keep it this way, you know, it's balanced enough at least, so you can totally play it for free. They're not gonna enjoy that I said that, but you know, if you like the game, definitely, you know, put a little bit of money into it, whatever you can. No requirement to do that, but it's a good game. Go and check it out. This has been PanzerSG playing Hawken, open beta, and I'll see you around next time, guys.